What's up, guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video. This is some interesting / shocking news. Cloud9 parts ways with head coach Reapered. Now, if you have been a Cloud9 fan as long as I have, because I started being a fan of Cloud9 since 2014 Worlds, Reapered first became the head coach in summer 2016. With that, multiple Coach of the Split awards, second place finishes, got out of group stage multiple times. 2018 Worlds, they got top 4. This past Spring Split 2020, they got their first trophy after 6 years. Reapered leaves a long resume, and I even called this in my podcast, Cloud9 is gonna change something. I mean, do you guys really think they were going to run back the exact same thing they did for the 2020 Summer Split? It wouldn't make any sense because in their eyes, they failed to make Worlds. Even though sometimes they wouldn't win a trophy, they would always go to Worlds. Cloud9 had been to every single World Championship since their inception in 2013. So the fact that they missed Worlds 2020 is a huge blow to the org. And then obviously, you know, Reapered has been questioned a lot for like drafts and a bunch of other things. But with Reapered as the free agent in the coaching department, that's a big win for any team that can pick him up. People got to factor this in. Yes, Reapered has moments where he fumbles like drafts and big games, but for any org that wants to have a really good coach that can set them up for the future, even though sometimes he might fail, this is a really good thing for any org that's not Team Liquid, TSM, or Cloud9. He just had so much success with Cloud9, despite Worlds and, you know, a few best of fives that, you know, he wasn't able to get the draft together properly to make them come through. So if you're a Golden Guardians, if you're 100 Thieves, if you're a Evil Geniuses, specifically from this region, because I'm pretty sure he likes it here after all these many years, he'll most likely just stay. Just my own personal opinion. Or he might go back to Korea. Who knows? If you're a lower tier LCS org, getting Reapered should be your first priority. Having a head coach you can build a team around that he can mold together. Now, let's see what actually happened. I mean, they've been with Reapered for about 4 years, so it had been time to move on from him anyway. After a tough 2020 LCS Summer Split, Cloud9 is letting go of the team's longtime League of Legends coach Reapered, the organization announced today. The 28-year-old joined C9 in 2016. He helped guide C9's various rosters through multiple ups and downs, including a handful of great performances at the World Championship. The team qualified for the knockout stage of the tournament 3 years in a row from 2016 to 2018. And then Cloud9 obviously puts it on their Twitter. Today we announced the departure of head coach Reapered. Thank you for all the memories, draft kingdoms, and achievements within the last 4 years. And we wish nothing but the best in your future endeavors. In his greatest endeavor, he and the 2020 roster won C9's first LCS championship since 2014. They also had one of the most dominant splits in North American history, having only lost 1 game in the 2020 spring regular season and 1 game in the playoffs. But their success came to a sudden and unexpected halt in the 2020 LCS summer split. C9 started off on a good note, going undefeated through the first 4 weeks of play. Many people expected them to dominate the league once again, but they began to struggle in the last few weeks of the season. 2 huge series losses to FlyQuest and TSM sealed their fate and their world's hopes, and many pundits began to search for an explanation for their quick fall from grace. Fans and analysts, for example, were quick to blame the team's inability to adapt to the current meta. It felt like the team wasn't able to play certain champions that were essential to any composition in the current meta. After failing to keep up, C9 eventually fell down to earth and is now preparing for the next year. The team already announced that it's keeping its talented roster together for 2021, but C9 now needs to find a new head coach to lead its troops into battle next season. Reapered was such an integral part of the team, from developing their young prospects to helping create winning strategies. It isn't a shock that many League fans are stunned by this decision. I mean, if you're a Cloud9 fan, like, a lot of the Cloud9 fans did blame him for the drafts. So if you're a Cloud9 fan, this isn't shocking. He had been with Cloud9 since 2016. It was only a matter of time before, like, he eventually moved on. People gotta factor this in as I've explained this shit. These things aren't forever. You get new head coaches, you get new rosters. It just happens, you know. This is how sports work. Now, if you are a LCS team that needs a head coach, you better be paying top dollar for this guy. I don't care what anybody says about draft and all that other bullshit. If you are a lower tier LCS org that wants to get into a playoff position, you are going to be bidding for him. It is what it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You can say what you want about him. I've actually met him IRL. Really, really cool guy. I actually have a picture on my Instagram of meeting him. Great guy, obviously. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll discuss this more in depth on Rift Insight, which is going to be tonight. And then I have my C9 Fancast, which I'll discuss this more in depth as well. But I want to know your guys' thoughts of C9 parting ways with Reapered. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace.
Hi there, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.